Okay, so this is a typical exam question, and I've been asked by a member of my Year 8 class to go through this to try and help them to understand what to do. So the particular question on the screen now is a calculator-based question. Okay, first thing we need to be able to do is we need to recognise that the £420 price tag represents 100% of the original amount, and that we're adding 17.5%. If I add those together, I get a total amount of 117.5%. So our total answer will be 117.5% of 420. As this is a calculator question, I'm going to need to convert my percentage into a decimal. And you'll remember that to convert a percentage into a decimal, I simply need to divide by 100. So if I divide this by 100, I get a percentage multiplier of 1.175. Now, I'm ready to answer the question. So to answer this, all I need to do, into my calculator, I need to do 420 multiplied by 1.175. Once I enter this calculation, I am presented with the answer 493.5. Now it's important to recognise that in order to get full marks on this question, I haven't done enough. The question is based on currency, and therefore I need to make sure that my answer reads appropriately for this. So in this case, I need to add an extra zero, which will turn it into £493.50. That, therefore, is all that's needed to answer this first question using a calculator. Here we have a similar question, and for this one I'm going to show you how to do this without using a calculator. Okay, so the key is that I'm looking at this 17.5 or 17.5% VAT. Now, 17.5% can be made by looking at 10%, 5%, and then 2.5%. And my original total, as you can see in this question, is £50. First of all, I need to find 10% of 50, which is 50 divided by 10, and that gives an answer of 5. Then I need to find 5%. Now, there are two ways I can do this, but I'm going to choose the option whereby 5% is half of 10%, so I'm going to halve my answer of 5 to make it 2.5. Similarly, 2.5% is half of 5%. So if 5% is 2.5, half of that is going to be 1.25. Okay? So to work this out, I'm going to add these values. Now remember, these are the values in currency, so my answer will be in pounds. So I've got, make sure my decimal point's in there, so I've got 5, 7 and 8, £8.75. £8.75, of course, is not my answer. £8.75 simply represents my 17.5 or 17.5% VAT. To get full marks on this question, I need to add my original amount, which was £50, and I need to add that to the 8.75 or £8.75. This gives, of course, an answer of £58.75, and that is the final answer, which will give me full marks. This method, this strategy, is the same for any similar kind of question where you've got a base value and then you need to increase it by a percentage. It could be currency, it could be exam score, for example. Any context will give the same type of calculation. Thank you very much, and I hope that's helped.